we have the Leatherman Arc back with us, and I've got a ton of tools to add to this to make this one fantastic multi-tool. Now, one of the things I really love about the Leatherman Arc is that it does now have a bit holder. I could always dream and wish that it'd come in 1/4 inch, but at least Leatherman does have this, their standard bit holder, and then because it is their proprietary bit, the thinner holder, you do get an extra tool as well. So let's go ahead and talk about what we can do with this Leatherman bit holder. Now, one of the tools I have been looking at for a while is this tool right here, which is the Volti. This one right here is the Volti switch. Before I go too much further, I did want to mention that not only can you use this with a Leatherman, but you can use this in this protective case right here on a keychain. So that's pretty cool. Not only can you use it with your Leatherman, but you can also use it otherwise as well. All right, now on the website, they do say you may need to do some slight filing to yours. Mine just slips in the Leatherman Arc with no issue. And then the next step we need to do is actually turn this on. So it's got the switch right here, and we'll see what it does right there. Goes ahead and it starts blinking. And then we'll go ahead and deploy another tool. I like to use the All for this task. And this will become a battery tester, which is a great option. Now, what we will do, let's see, we'll go ahead and do it this way. So now I'm actually going to swap this and put it this way right here. And then we'll go ahead. This is the negative side. Here's the positive side. And there we go. Changes function. Blinks 1 for 1 volt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1.6 volts. And this is a brand new battery right here. So you have your battery tester. And they do give you this card. It was a little bit of a learning curve for me because I didn't understand the yellow and the red. I guess I was a little dense at the time, but they do have this fairly self-explanatory card, and then he does go over it in some videos on YouTube as well. And this is the company. He has the PC Doodle company, the Volti switch, and it is $42 at this time. Grab it before it goes up to $50. All right, now let's go ahead, close this tool up, and talk about another function this has out of several other ones. You have to turn it off to go to the next function. There we go. Now we will use this as an indicator of electricity. So I can touch this, it's green. I can touch my hand, it's green. My watch is green. But I've got this Dremel plugged in, and all at once we get red. We get red, we get red right there. So that's another very useful option as well. There is a temperature option and a couple others. So just keep that in mind. But I think this is a great addition to your Leatherman Arc. So pretty awesome. All right, let's go ahead and remove that and talk about the next one. So I finally got an official 711L Ratchet, 711L Ratchet, and this fits very neatly in the Leatherman Arc as well. So I've been talking about this, other people have talked about this, but I finally picked one up for $32. I'd sort of made my own, but I was tired of just using mine. I wanted to go ahead and test this out, see what I thought about it. And so far, I really do like it. It's very minimalistic, it's very small, and it fits in the Leatherman Arc very well. So again, $32. Pick that up if you have a chance before they go out of stock, as they do fairly often. Now, I wanted to bring in a couple other tools that I haven't talked about for a while. And I did find a way to carry them all in this small Roxxon pouch. But as I was thinking about this video, I wanted to go over these again because I feel like they offer a lot of value. Now, there are a couple options. Again, you can use your Leatherman bit extender. You can also buy some other ones. I think this one came about $11 to $15 off of Amazon. So that's an option. I personally like this one off of AliExpress because it's a lot shorter. I think it's Let's see. Let's go ahead and put in. There we go. And this right here, I believe, is still for sale. I just like that it's shorter, I guess. And I feel like you can use a 1/4 inch bits in it better because they don't disappear as much as some of these other ones that are meant for double-sided bits. Now, one of the really cool things, and I went over this before with the Leatherman Wave, but some of you probably never saw this, was you can get some of these tools from Press2Cycle on Amazon, and also Fix-It sticks. They must be connected or the same. And this right here is a pry bar where you can get a lot more leverage. So you can hammer the nail in here and then pry it out here, I guess. Now, I'm not a fan of this hex wrench because there's a lot of empty space here. I wish it was filled in, but it is what it is. It does feel like a fairly solid tool, so I do like that. Now, I like to carry, or I should say, I think this is maybe a better option to carry it, something like this. I did take this all apart and just fit it in the inside pocket of this Roxxon, but this right here might be a good way to carry it if you want another way to carry it. And then another tool you can get is the pick. Now, what would you use a pick for? Well, there are times when you try to get into little tight spaces, maybe trying to clean something or maybe even pick something up. And this pick right here could come in very handy. Now, some of these are not extremely solid. This does fit in here fairly well, but you can't exert a ton of pressure. You can't pick up a motor, obviously, or anything super heavy, but you could definitely clean things with this, and I think that is useful. Now, another tool people have talked about is, I wish there was a carbon scraper option for other multi-tools in the Leatherman lineup, except the Leatherman Mud, I believe it is, that comes with one. And this one right here, you can add some tape, I suppose, because it is very loose. I'm not sure why it's so loose, but very loose right here. And then you can use this as a carbon scraper, and that's pretty cool as well. So I think that's a neat option for those who are working on firearm cleaning. And then another option is this brush. Now, this is another great option. So I different times come into places where I need to clean something. Something is really hard to clean, and this right here would be very helpful. Unfortunately, when I need it, I have it somewhere else. But that's why it's important to keep it with you, because then you can actually have it. So I think all these tools do offer several uses. They do extend the capability of your Leatherman arc. And I do find it very helpful, or I used to find it very helpful, to have these Allen wrench adapters, especially in HVAC work. If you can pick up some of these are really neat. And I found these somewhere. I don't even know where I found them, but these really help me out in the HVAC industry. So I would definitely recommend you compile a little kit. And just today we were working on a motor. That's why my hands are still greasy, about an 800-pound motor. And we needed to get the hex out so we could take it apart. And I was able, with the Italian multi-tool I recently reviewed in the kit, to go ahead and take it apart. So things like these come in very useful. Well, I hope this has helped you. Let me know what you think would even help more in your kit with the Leatherman arc below.